Good morning and thank you for showing us here in Wood Church. Let's stop standing and worship together.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Riverwoods Church. Glad that you're here today. This is the last Sunday of 2019, and next Sunday we'll be bringing in 2020. Sorry I was out last Sunday sick. I'm still sick, if you can't tell today. They tell me it might take a month or two to get over it. I hope not, but it may. Inside your connection guide, several announcements there. The main thing I want you to realize, this is the last Sunday for you to be able to give and the contribution to go on this year. Granted, when you give, we will send you a statement of what you've given for the year, and then you can use that on your taxes. And somebody says, oh, I don't worry about that. Well, if you give like you should, you'll worry about it because you'll give enough that you'll want that credit on your giving. So this is the last Sunday for you to do that. Some people wait until the last Sunday to give for the year. Or maybe you can look back and say, okay, maybe I hadn't given as much as I've made, and so this is your last opportunity to catch that up. Also, Last Sunday during the 10:30, they didn't take up an offering. And so if you were here at 10:30 last Sunday, wasn't able to give, you can give last week's and this week's offering. This next week, we're getting ready to start 21 days of prayer and fasting. And there are several different kinds of fasts that you can do. There are partial fasts, and that is maybe you fast from something, like you're really crazy about sweets, you fast from sweets or drinks, Cokes, those things. And then there are maybe TV, social media, those kind of things. Then there is what we call a complete fast. And I hope some of you will do a complete fast as we bring in the new year, and that is where you just drink water. And you say, Brother Darren, you can't do that. You can do that. And so we're going to be encouraging you to bring in the new year. It's really quite evident to me, I don't know if it is to you, that there's been a great deal of spiritual warfare going on in recent time. And so it would be good for some of our people to get serious about the things of God. And let's start out 2020 fasting and praying and seeking the Lord. So I encourage you to do that in some form or another. Wow, it's Tuesday night is tailgate party time. We're still going to do that. Also, there is a blessing box down on the lower floor. Outside at the old gazebo area where it used to be a walk-up teller machine years ago when it was the bank. And so there's something, if you need something, you can get it. If you want to bring something, you can put it in there. It takes a little while for that to spread, that it is there. All right, as most of you know, we had Johnny's funeral yesterday. Very sad time. Really, rather than a funeral, we had a homegoing or homecoming for him. Had some people pray to receive Christ as their Savior yesterday during the funeral. And we have his guitar here today in remembrance of him. And we're going to miss him. That just brings me to another thing. Some of you just need to step up, and you need to serve, and you need to give, and you need to contribute. And if you can play and sing and do those things, you ought to step up and help in that area. All right? Let's stand, and I'm going to pray, and we're going to sing some more. I'm sorry I sound like a hoot owl with a post-nasal drip. Not much I can do about that. And just bear with me, all right? Father, as we come to you, Lord, we love you. Thank you for the privilege to worship you in spirit and truth today. God, thank you for those that are always so faithful to serve and give and do. God, I pray that you would bless them. Bless our time together here today. May you get glory for all that's done. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. No regrets. I was I'm going to preach what I intended on preaching last Sunday, and so I hope everybody had a good Christmas. Welcome to Riverwoods Church. I forgot to tell you to fill out your connection card. If you had prayer requests, write those on the back. If you would do that, we appreciate it. If it's your first Sunday with us here, if you'll take that card after the service and go through those doors and to the right, over on the left, there'll be a lady to greet you. We have a gift that we would love to give you for coming and worshiping with us here today. On those prayer requests, if you want that to stay confidential and not be emailed out tomorrow for people to pray over, make sure you mark that little box that says share with pastor and staff only. My name is Darren. I'm glad that you are here. We've been doing a series where we've been looking at some of the old Christmas carols entitled Carols, and the carol that we're looking at today is "O Come All Ye Faithful." You might not know this, but that is over 300 years old. In fact, in every developed country in the world, it has been written and sung, and the language changed to that country. Every known language in the developed world. Man, this is one of the favorite Christmas carols, Christmas hymn. Remember, carol means a hymn of joy, a hymn of praise, and that's really what Christmas is all about, is joy and praise and saying to Him. Look at the first line in this hymn: "O come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant." I don't know about you, but I don't always come into Christmas that way. "Oh, come all ye faithful." I like that part, the faithful part, but joyful and triumphant. You see, here's what the Bible really teaches, is that the birth of Jesus Christ brings joy. It brings victory. Sometimes I feel faithless. "Oh, come all you faithful." Sometimes I don't feel like I have as much faith as I have. Sometimes I'm joyless. Sometimes Christmas time is a hectic time. It's a difficult time. I don't know, maybe you're like me. It seems like the older I get, especially when it comes to the world's ideal of Christmas, it doesn't hold much meaning to me. But when I think about the birth of God's Son, that's what really means something. I remember when I was young, I wanted to get presents, and I loved to give presents, but I'll be quite honest with you, this year has felt less like Christmas than any year I can ever remember. It might be because it's about 65 degrees, I'm not sure. But I think I could celebrate Christmas in Hawaii or in Florida or somewhere. I don't think it has to do with temperature. I just think it has to do with maybe I'm getting older. And the biggest joy to me is watching my granddaughters, especially my youngest granddaughter, open presents. That's somewhat of a joy. I had a sadness at the Christmas Eve candlelight service, but also had a great joy. That's what the meaning of Christmas is to me. Is when we think about the fact that our hope, our Savior, has come. Maybe you don't feel very joyful now. Listen to this in 2 Corinthians 5:17. This means that anyone who belongs to Christ has become a new person. The old life is gone, a new life has begun. Here's what Paul says in that verse, is that when you connect with God through His Son, Jesus Christ, you have a new life. New life has begun for you. That's when it begins. That's when it starts. So, Jesus brings new life when? I'm going to give you 3 points today. We're going to get done and get out of here. Jesus brings new life when I trust Him for salvation. When I trust Him for salvation. In fact, Christmas, really what it is the celebration of a birthday. It's the celebration of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, was born into this world. I know some people, or even some particular brands of churches get hung up. We don't celebrate Christmas, that wasn't when Jesus was born. We don't know the exact day when Jesus was born, but I'd rather have a day when we do celebrate it and honor it than not honoring it, amen? And that's really what we're doing. We're celebrating the fact that God came in the flesh for the virgin birth of Jesus Christ. What makes Jesus different than anybody else is his birth. His birth. He was born of a virgin. He did not have an earthly father. He was conceived of the Holy Spirit of God. That's why that we could pay for our that he could be our Savior, because he was born different than we are. Christmas is a celebration of a birthday. I wonder, are you going to give any presents to Jesus? I had said something I thought was going to be in the connection guide last week, and this week as it comes to the end of the year, make a Christmas gift to the Lord that may be on and above your tithes. And here's why: to be able to expand the message in our campuses and that, and to get some of this, we've gotten a whole lot of the bugs worked out with our sound and our tech and that, but we're still working on some of that. It didn't make it in there for some reason. I didn't see last Sundays. But what? Think about it. In all of your giving, maybe you can give to the carols that came here from Brazil. Maybe you can give to some other need, mission-wise or something as you close out the year. Used to, we always pushed really hard. There's something that we're involved with the denomination we're connected to for missions purposes, and they always take up an offering for international mission at this time of year, and it's called Lottie Moon Christmas Offering. Maybe you want to give on and above your tithe to the Lottie Moon Christmas Offering. You can just write it on that envelope. It's down there, other. You write Lottie Moon, and you can make a gift to what? To celebrate Jesus' birthday. To give, to what it will carry the gospel message to the ends of the world. So what? We need to celebrate his birthday. I mean, we do all of this giving and we leave the Lord out. So what? We get to trust him for salvation. Jesus brings the free gift of salvation. It's a celebration of his birthday. We have a relationship with God. Sin had broken that relationship. Sin had marred and separated us from that relationship. But I want you to know that through Jesus Christ, we can be spiritually reborn and connected to him. Jesus brings the free gift of salvation. Romans 10:9 and 10, if you openly declare that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is by believing in your heart that you are made right with God, and it was by openly declaring your faith that you are saved. You see, some of you here today, you desperately need a new life. You desperately need to experience the new birth that only comes through the Son of God. You see, some of you think that you can work your way into heaven. It's not going to happen. Out there on your outline somewhere, write the word do. Do, D-O. Everybody. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah. D-O. Yeah, right back there in the back. D-O on your outline. It's this participatory church. Do you get the code words? Huh? Participatory church. D-O. Because that's what some of you think you have to do in order to go to heaven, is you have to do. Do what? Do more. You never, listen, you can never do enough to earn the privilege to go to heaven. You don't have to do anything. You see, everybody's trying to climb the ladder to get to heaven. They think, if I will live right, if I treat my neighbors right, if I will go to church, if I will do good, be a good person, and they can climb higher and higher and higher and get to heaven that way. Listen, you don't have to climb for you. You don't climb up, he comes down. Amen. And so you need to change that right an N and an E beside it, because when Jesus Christ came, when it comes to the payment of our salvation, it's been done. Done. Acts 4:12 says there is salvation in no one else. God has given no other name under heaven by which you must be saved. So Jesus brings new life when I trust him for salvation. Secondly, when I talk to him about my problems. When I talk with him about my problems. Some people think that when you come to Christ, then all your problems will just be gone. They think, boy, if I just come to Jesus, every situation, problem I'm in, it'll just be made good and new and be no more up. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes we have unrealistic expectations. In fact, sometimes when some people come to Christ, it creates more problems than it solves. You see, what do you mean, brother? Because they start trying to live the way that Christ teaches, and it puts them on a different path than the way the rest of the world's going. And then what the people that surround you, they begin to make fun of you and call you Holy Joe, and who do you think you are, and you're better than me. There's nobody better than anybody else. And what it is you're living a different life. Sometimes it creates some trouble. You still struggle with daily things even after coming to Christ. But here's the good news, is that after you come to Christ and he's in your life, is you don't have to face them alone. Because he's there if you would talk with him. And 1 Peter 5:7 says, give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you. He wants you to bring your worries to him. He wants you to bring your fears to him. Have you ever noticed we talk to everybody in the world but God? I mean, we want to tell everybody. Listen, sometimes who you need to tell is not somebody else. You got to talk to somebody. I'm not saying that. But the one that most can help is the one that we don't talk to. He wants us to talk with him about our problems. Listen to this. In Philippians 4:6, don't worry about anything. Did y'all hear that? Don't worry about anything. Let's just be honest. I've asked this before. I asked it again today. How many warriors in here do we have? Hold your hand up. Hold up high. Now, those of you that's sitting around them, you can put your hands down. Y'all need, man, we need 21 days of prayer and fasting. We have too many warriors in here, I can tell you right now. Let me ask you something. What's worrying ever changed for you? Oh, yeah, it's changed you. Yeah. It won't solve a problem. It won't cure a problem. Worrying, it doesn't add anything to you. And it can't change anything. All it does is upset you. Keeps you from having joy that God wants you to have. Worrying. He said don't worry about anything. I mean, I've met a few people, and I'm not sure they're bright enough to worry about anything. You called it, some of you. I'm not sure if they don't have a better life. Think about it. I mean, like, they ain't got a clue. And they just live life, joyous. And I'm like, oh, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know, but then they'd talk about you like that too. Oh, you ain't got a clue. Yeah. Don't worry. Did you know what he said? He said, don't worry about anything. And then he said this, instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all he has done. You say, what do you mean? With God, it's already finished before it ever started. He's already going to take care of it. If I could get you, listen to me now, Hey, here's where I'm going with this. And I can get you to pray as much as you worry. It'd be amazing what you could see God do. By the way, worrying's not praying. Thinking about something's not praying. You know, when the Bible talks about you only be heard for your vain repetitions. You ever read that in the Word of God? And that's you people that worry all the time. And you just mull it over and over and over and over and over and over again in your mind and your heart. And it doesn't do anything but rob you of what God wants you to have. And that's dependence in Him and joy with Him. God don't hear. That's not, worrying's not praying, folks. Need to understand that. 1 Peter 4:19, keep on doing what is right and trust your lives to the God who created you, for He will never fail you. You just have to believe that. So, Jesus brings new life when I trust Him for salvation, when I talk with Him about my problems, and then last, when I turn my future over to Him. When I turn my future over to Him. You know, for a lot of us, it's hard to turn over control. We got a bunch of warriors in here. Maybe this might be correlating to that. How many control freaks do we have in here? Let me see. You want to control everything. Yeah. You reckon they're related? Huh? I mean, if you mess with as much equipment as I mess with, you'll learn real quick you can't control anything. Amen? If you pasture a whole bunch of sheep, you'll learn you can't control anything. Yeah. It's just not going to happen. You're trying to control something. You don't want to turn over control. You see, Jesus, He don't say, I just want 50% control. He doesn't say, I want 75% control. He doesn't even say, I want 99.9% control. Here's what He says, I want 100% control. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I excuse me. Let's try that again. Jeremiah 29:11, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, they are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. And I'm nearly done. Here are the plans. God comes to you, Christ comes to you and says, here's the plans that I have for you in 2020. What do you think about them? Do you want to make any edits? No, He don't do it that way, does He? He doesn't really ask our opinion. He doesn't ask what we want. He says, here's the plans I have for you. Here's the trouble is He knows what's best for us. And honestly, when you're trying to handle things and control things, you're trying to do something that He wants to do. You say, Brother Ann, you don't understand. I just lost my job. You don't understand. I'm trying to have a child who can't conceive. You don't understand. I've been going through depression. I'm giving up on life. Everything that you're doing, you're missing out on the great stuff. And you don't just trust Him and follow Him. When you just trust Him and follow Him, you'll do some things that you never even imagined Jesus would do. And that's a good way. Because in Romans 6:4 it says, just as Christ was raised from the dead by the glory power of the Father, you also may rise and live a life. And when you have to have a new life, you can, if you look to Him. If you're focused on salvation, if you're Some times for sure, if you don't